Hello friends, welcome to Aditya Higher Mathematics. In this video, I am going to teach how to find out the inverse of 3 by 3 matrices using elementary row operation method. And here I will say one easy process to find out the inverse of 3 by 3 matrices using elementary row operation method. So now we will discuss the topic. And already I have made videos to find out inverse of 2 by 2 matrices using elementary row operations and using shortcut methods. So here I will say only inverse of 3 by 3 matrices using elementary row operation method, and it is a completely different process I will follow. In other methods and my method there is a big difference. Actually they are first making 1 in their elementary operation, but I am making 0. Then you can easily solve in 3 steps. But in other methods, it is 6 steps, because they are making 3 times 1 means 3 steps, and again 3 times 0, 6 steps. But here I will make zeros means the last step of making 1 is not difficult. So that step I am not counting, because making 1 is very easy, I will say. But making 0 I will counting here. So total 3 steps we will follow, and using 3 steps you can calculate or you can find out the inverse of a matrix using elementary operation. And here I am going to discuss solution of 2 questions. In the first question, if a matrix contains first column 0, then how to solve this question? In first question we will discuss. But in the second question, when applying elementary row operation, if you are getting 1 0 in second column, then you will get difficult. For such cases, how to solve? So both questions have different cases. So watch solution of both questions and watch until last, because it is very difficult to understand elementary row operation if you are watching half. So watch both solutions. Now we will discuss the solution of first question. Find the inverse of the matrix using elementary row transformation given, or maybe it is also called operations. Okay. So transformations, operations is nothing different. And what are the rules of elementary row operation? Already I told in my 2 by 2 matrix inverse using elementary row operation. That link already I have provided in my description. You can watch this. If you can watch these rules, then easily you can understand the process what I will do. So before watching, if you have not watched, watch my inverse of 2 by 2 matrix using elementary row operation. And first you have to take A equal to IA. What is the matrix given? You take A. Then after that you write A is IA, and the process is left side you have to put the value of A, but right side you have to put only the value of I, not the value of A. Understood? And when you will apply elementary row operation, you have to convert that left side matrix into A matrix, I matrix. What is that A matrix? You have to convert into I. Then that I matrix will be converted to another matrix, and that matrix is the inverse. Understood? This is the method. Then how to convert this matrix as I or identity matrix? You can see first column contains 0 in R2 and R3. You observe this. In first, we will start from first column. In first column, which row contains 0? First we have to look. R2 and R3. So we will make R2 and R3 0 in left side matrix. Now here R1 contains 0. If we can interchange R1 and R2, then R2 will get 0. So first I am interchanging R2 and R1. That means what is the row 1 you write in row 2, and what is the row 2 you write in row 1. Same thing on right side matrix. Understood? After that we are getting R2 is 0. Next we have to make R3 0 in first column. So R3 write, and when we are writing R3, you see in first column which term is non-zero or which element is non-zero. That means R1 element is non-zero. So what you are changing that you write first, that means R3, and which is non-zero you write at the second place. Now understood? We are changing R3, that means we have to write R3, but in second we have to write which is non-zero. In first column the non-zero is R1, so we are writing R1. Then we have to take the coefficients, accordingly the elements. That means in R1 what is the element given, you have to take as a coefficient of R3, and what is the element in R3 given, you have to take as a coefficient of R1. That means reverse cases we are doing. R1 element is 1, so we are taking R3 coefficient is 1, nothing is there, that means 1. And what is the R3 coefficient? 3 we have to take in R1. So R1 element we are taking in R3, and R3 element we are taking in R1 coefficients. Now again I am telling, what is positive and negative sign given we are not taking. You have to take only the numbers. For example, if minus 3 given, then no need to take minus 3, you have to take only 3. And after that we will see about sign. That means if both have same sign, then how to make 0? You have to subtract. That means you have to use negative sign. So for same sign, use negative or minus. If both have positive sign or same sign, then you have to use negative only. Or both have negative, then you have to use minus only. But if both have opposite sign, that means one is plus and other is minus, then you have to use plus here. So that middle sign depends upon the signs of elements what you are using. R3, R1 I am using. R1 sign is positive because it is plus 1, and R3 sign element is plus 3. That means it is also positive. Both are positive, that means both sign is same. If both have same sign, use negative minus middle. If both have opposite sign, use positive. So this is the procedure, and I have explained in my 2x2 matrix. You can watch this. Now use this here. So we are changing only R3. That means R1, R2, whatever given before matrix, you write same thing. 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Now we will change only R3 accordingly this rule. R3 minus 3 R1. When you are computing this, R3 you have to take 3, and R1 you have to take its corresponding R1 element. That means 1. So 3 minus 3 into 1 is 0. Next, R3 element is 1, and what is its corresponding element in R1? 2. So 1 minus 3 into 3 multiplied 2, which is minus 5. Then 1 minus 3 multiplied 3, 9. 1 minus 9 is minus 8. Simple. And here you will get 0 minus 0 is 0 only. 0 minus 3 minus 3, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So now observe, in first column we got R2 and R3 0. Similarly, in second column, which elements are 0? Observe. Okay. In second column, R1 and R3 0, and R2 is non-zero. So we have to make R1 and R3 0 in this matrix A. Then what we got at last step? The elements are 2 and minus 5. So write R1, R3, and I told what you are changing, you have to write it first. Which is non-zero, you have to write it second. So we are changing R1, first writing R1, then R2. Similarly here we are changing R3, first writing R3, then we are writing the non-zero R2. Then how to write these coefficients? Now observe R1 and R2. R1 element is 2. So write its element in R2 coefficient, that means in coefficient of 2. But R2 element is 1, you write in R1 coefficient. That means both have same sign, positive, positive, so middle sign is negative. Next, how to change R3? R3 and here R2, what is the R3 element? Is minus 5, but I told you no need to take negative sign, we will take only numbers. What is the numbers given? We have to take as a coefficient. And R3 number is 5. So you have to take as a coefficient of R2. And R2 number is 1. You have to take as a coefficient of R3. 1. And both have opposite sign. It is positive, it is negative. Why before I am not taking sign? Because now I am using the sign. So before no need to take sign. You write only the numbers. Now one is positive and other is negative, opposite sign. So middle sign you have to take plus. This one only you have to remember. You have to take only numbers, no sign. And after writing coefficients, you observe. If same sign, then use middle sign is negative. If opposite sign, use middle sign is positive. Understood? Now accordingly, we will change R1 and R3. But R2 we are not changing. So R2, what it was before matrix, write same thing. 0, 1, 2 and 1, 0, 0. Okay? Now change R1 accordingly this. R1 minus 2 R2. So R1 is 1 and R2 is 0. So 1 only. Since we are making this element 0, so obviously we will get 0 only. R1 is 2 minus 2 multiplied 1. So 0. And R1 is 3 minus 2 multiplied 2. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Use its corresponding R2 element. R1 0 and R2 is 1. So when you multiply 2, 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Then compute this element. 1 minus 2 multiplied 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Then 0 minus 0 is 0. So we got R1. Now we have to calculate R3. So use the corresponding elements of R3 and R2. R3 0 and R2 0. So obviously 0. R3 is minus 5 and R2 is 1. Minus 5 plus 5 0. Because we are making 0, so obviously we will get 0 only. R3 is minus 8 and R2 is 2. 5 multiplied to 10. 10 minus 8 is plus 2. Simple. Next, right side. R3 you can observe it is 0. But R2 is 1. So 5 multiplied 1 is 5. Next R3 is minus 3. But R2 is 0. So minus 3 only. Here also 0, 1. So we will get 1. So in second step we got second column elements 0. Similarly in third step we will get third column elements 0. Only 3 steps we are requiring here. Now third step means we have to make these two elements 0 because in the identity matrix R1 and R2 0 in third column. That means which is non-zero? R3. So when you are changing R1, write first R1, then the non-zero R3. When you are changing R2, first write R2, then write R2. Now see the numbers. R1 element is number is minus 1. No need to take sign. So you write in R3 its coefficient. So 1 only. Then we are not writing. That means 1. And in R3 it is 2. So you have to take as a coefficient of R1. Reverse. R1 number you write in R3 and R3 number you write in R1. Now both have opposite sign, so sign is plus. Simple. R2, 2, 2. But here I am not taking coefficients. Because R2 coefficient is 2 and R3 coefficient 2. I have to take this like, but I am not taking coefficients. Because I told in my previous video also, when these numbers are divides each other, you find its ratio. And what ratio you are getting? 1 by 1. That means you have to use 1, 1. Because when it is dividing each other, if you take its ratio, then it is easy to calculate. These are the only important points you have to remember. When one number is given 10, 20, can you write like 20, 10? Then 20, 10 means you will get big numbers. But in this case, you have to find its ratio. That is 20 by 10 is 2 by 1. So instead of 20, you have to use 2. Instead of 10, you have to use 1. So now use this. We are changing only R1 and R2. We are not changing R3. So R3 what it was before, write same. But in R1 you apply 2R1 plus R3. So 2 multiply 1 is 2 plus R3 0, 2 only. 2R1 plus R3 both are 0, so 0. 2R1 is minus 2 plus R3 2. Because we are making this element 0, obviously we will get 0. Now right side. Minus 2 multiplied 2. Minus 4 plus R3. Its corresponding R3 element is 5. So minus 4 plus 5, 1. Again next 2, 1, 2 plus minus 3. Minus 1. 0 plus 1, 1. So we got all R1 elements. Similarly, evaluate R2. It is simple. Only R2 minus R3 you have to do. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus R2 minus R3. 0 minus 0 and 1 minus 0, 1 only. 2 minus 2, 0. 1 minus 5, minus 4. 0 minus minus, so plus 3. 0 minus 1, minus 1. So we have required only 3 steps to make zeros of all 3 columns, and in one step you can make all ones. Understood? And how to make one? Whatever numbers coming in diagonal element in corresponding rows R1, R2, R3, the same number with its reciprocal you have to multiply in each row. That means we are getting 2, its reciprocal is 1 by 2, you need to multiply to make 1. But R2 is already 1, so no need to multiply anything. Again R3 is 2, so R3 multiply its reciprocal. Now whole multiply R1 by 1 by 2. So 1 0 0, 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. We are not doing anything with R2, so R2 write same thing what it was before. But R3 we are doing 1 by 2 multiplication, so 0 0 1, 5 by 2 minus 3 by 2, 1 by 2. So now you can feel the difference between other methods and my method. In other methods they are making ones first, then they are making zeros. And when they are making 1 they are dividing, and after division they are getting fractions. And when we are doing elementary row operation, you have to do carefully. If you are doing computation of integers, there may be a chance of mistake. But when we are doing calculation of fractions, there is a more chance of mistake. But here we are not getting any fraction between our elementary row operation computing. We are doing only integers. But when you divide first to make 1, then obviously you will get fractions. Then you will face the difficulty. So this is the most easy way to apply elementary row operation to find out the inverse of a matrix. But in all textbooks you will get that method only. First they are making 1, then they are making 0. So what we got at last, I told when the left hand side you are getting identity matrix, right side what it is coming, this is a inverse only, the same thing you write as a inverse. So here one question I have solved with first column 0. Then again one question I will solve, it is very important and very special case question. What is that special case? When you are doing elementary computation, here after applying first column 0, we got non-zero in all elements of the second column. But in the second question, when we are applying first elementary row operation to make 2 zeros in first column, then at the same time we will get 1 0 in second column. Then for such questions, what is the procedure you have to follow? I will discuss this. Here one question is given 2 4 1 3 6 0 minus 1 minus 3 1 using same elementary row operation or transformation method. So that question you need to take as a matrix, then write A is IA, and this is 2 4 1 3 6 0 minus 1 3 1 what is given I am writing in question, nothing else. And right side write the value of I, same thing what we have followed in the previous question. Now similarly make first 2 zeros in first column is R2 R3, so make R2 R3 0. Here write R2 R3, but in next write R1 which is non-zero, which is R1. Then write the reverse coefficients as the numbers of element. In R1 you observe that it is 2, so you write it in R2 as a coefficient, but in R2 it is 3. Since we are changing R2, we have to take the number of R2 in coefficient of R1. Both have same sign, so it is minus middle sign. Now change R3. When you are changing R3, write first R3 then write R1. But in R3 actually that number is we have to take from R1 because its next row is R1, so it is 2, so we are writing as coefficient of R3. But in R1 it is actually minus 1, so its number only you have to take, no need to take the sign. So the number I am taking 1 only, nothing is there, that means 1. Now observe that what is the sign of R3 R1. R3 sign is plus and R1 sign is plus and R3 sign is minus, opposite sign, so that middle sign is plus. And when you apply this, you will get 2 zeros in first column as R2 and R3. But we are not changing R1. So R1 you write 2, 4, 1, 1, 0, 0, what it was before. Now change R2. 2 multiply 3, 6, minus 3 multiply 2, 0. 2, 6, 12, minus 3, 4, 12, 0. And 2, 0, 0, minus 3, minus 3. It is minus 3 only. 2 multiply 1, 2, 0. So we got second row. Now what is the difficulty coming here? Actually in the identity matrix that in second column, second row is 0 R2, non-zero. So we have to use this to make other two rows 0, that is R1 and R3. And when it is non-zero, then only you can use this. But when it is 0, you cannot use. Then what you have to do? This is the only difference between the previous question and next question. So first, before making 0, you have to make this element non-zero. Understood? And how you will make non-zero? Just by interchanging R2 and other two rows. Other two rows are R1 and R3. So apply R2 and R3. And you have to use R2 interchange R3 only, because if you interchange R1 and R2, then you will get this element 2. But we need here 1, 0, and already we have made this element 0. Again if we made 2, then again we will face a problem. Okay, because these two elements are already 0 here, and already we got 2 zeros. If we interchange R1 and R2, no doubt we will get this element 4, which is non-zero. But again one problem will come, this element will be non-zero. But if we interchange R2 and R3, we will get R2 is non-zero, minus 2, and between R2 and R3 does not change because both are 0. So after applying elementary operation, if you are getting 0 in next columns, then without changing the previous zeros, you have to use interchange. You see, when I will interchange R2, R3, these previous two zeros are interchanging, but they are 0 and 0 only. But in second column, R2 and R3 interchange, it is minus 20, 0. We need 1 0 here, so we got 1 0. We need 1 non-zero, so we got non-zero. Next minus 3, 3, so 3 minus 3. 1 minus 3, 2, 0, 0, 2, and 0, 2 is 2, 0. We have interchanged. So understood? So you have to interchange like this. What we already made zeros before, it does not affect. Now only we have to make this element 0, because already we got this element 0. And how to make this element 0? I told you have to use this element, what you are changing, and what is the non-zero element in this column in identity matrix, which is R2. So use R2, okay, R1 and R2. Now use the coefficients. Actually 4 and 2, I told if both numbers are dividing itself, you have to find its ratio. So what is the ratio of 4 to? It's 2, 1. So instead of 4, I will use 2. Instead of 2, I will use 1. So 4 in R1, so you have to use in R2. That means in R2 I am writing 2, because its ratio we are getting 2. And 2 in R2 you have to write in R1, that is 1. And both have opposite sign, so that it is plus. So R1 plus 2 R2. Now use 2 plus 0, 2 only. 4 minus 2 multiplied 2, 0. 1 plus 6, 7. 1 plus 2, 3. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. So we got 2 zeros in second column. Now only we have to make R1 and R2 in third column 0. Then we will get identity matrix with all zeros. So observe that we have to change R1 and R2. So write R1, R2. First write R1, R2. Next, which is non-zero? Column 3, 1 is non-zero. So use R3. So in first, when you are making, you are using R1 because R1 is non-zero. When in second column you are using R2 in second case. When you are making zeros in third column, you have to use R3. Because R1, R2 and R3 are non-zeros in 3 columns. Okay. So now apply this 3, 7, 21 plus 7 into minus 3, 21 is 0. And why I am using this? I told R1 coefficient you have to write in R3 and R3 number is 3 you have to write. No need to take sign I told because only we have to take numbers. Now 1 is plus, other is minus opposite, so it is plus. Now observe R2, R3, 3, 3 given. No need to take sign, 3, 3 ratio is 1, 1, so both coefficient we are taking 1 and both have opposite sign, plus minus, so we are taking plus. So apply 3R1 plus 7R3, 3R1, 3 multiplied to 6. This is 0 both, so 0 only. 3 multiplied 7, 21, minus 21, 0. And here it is 3 multiplied 3, 9. Yes, minus 7 minus 3 multiply is minus 21, minus 12. Then 3, 0, 0, 7 to 14. 3, 0 multiply 12, 0, so 12. Here write A. So you got R1. Now calculate R2 by using R2 plus R3. 0 plus 0, 0. Minus 2 plus 0, minus 2. 3 minus 3, 0. Because we are making 0, obviously we will get 0. 1 minus 3, minus 2, 0, 2, 2, 2, 0, 2. So we got all zeros what we need. Now only you have to make 1. And I told what is the process to make 1. What are the numbers in coming diagonal elements? You have to multiply its reciprocal. So R1 1 by 6 multiply R1, R2 1 by minus 2 multiply R2, and R3 1 by minus 3 R3. So now multiply whole row 1 is 1 by 6. 1, 0, 0 minus 12 by 6 minus 2, 14 by 6, 7 by 3, 12 by 6, 2. R2 minus 2 divide 0, 1 is it is 1 only, minus 1, and whole R3 by minus 3, 1, 1 minus 2 by 3, 0. So here only you have to do 3 steps to make 0. First we are making column 1 element 0 by changing R1, R2 and R3, and we are using R1 which is non-zero. In second step we are making R1 and R3 0. We are using R2. And in third step we are making R1 and R2 0. We are using R3. So these 3 steps you have to remember. In first step we have to change R2 and R3. So R2, R3 you have to write it first. And you have to use the non-zero. Which is non-zero? 1, R1, R1. And whatever numbers and whatever signs I told how to take. And in second step, if any 0 coming, you have to interchange. I told how to interchange. And after interchange, you have to make zeros R1 and R3. So R1 you have to write here R3, and which is non-zero? R2 in second column. So here write R2 and here write R2. Which is non-zero you have to use. And which one you are changing you have to write first. And what is the third step? You have to make which element 0? R1 and R2. Write R1 and R2. Then write R1 and R2. And later write which is non-zero, which is R3. So accordingly this we are doing. If there is 0 coming, we are interchanging first to make non-zero. So before applying this, the elements R1 in first step must be non-zero. If it is 0, you have to interchange. What I have done here. It was 0, so I have interchanged to make non-zero. Understood? We need R1 is non-zero in first step. So before applying this elementary operation, I made it is non-zero by interchanging. Similarly, in the second problem, in second step, we have to make R1 and R3 0. We have to use R2, and R2 must be non-zero. But here R2 is 0, so I have interchanged R2 and R3. And I told why you don't change R1 and R2 here. because when you interchange R1 and R2, that 0 already we got, you will get again non-zero, you will face problem. But when we are interchanging R2 and R3, both 0 0 will interchange, you will get same 0 0 only, what we need. But here you will get 0 minus 2 interchange minus 2 0, we got non-zero. And since we need 1 0, we got 0 1 0. So these are the processes you have to follow. So I told 3 steps you have to follow. These are the 3 steps. And I am not counting this making one step because it is very easy. Only you need division, nothing else. Whatever elements are coming, you have to divide. And you can see in total whole procedure of elementary operation, we are not getting any fractions. That's why we are getting very easily. This is the difference. The last step only we are getting fractions, which is the answer. What we are getting, this one you have to take A inverse. Again listen one important thing. What answer you are getting as A inverse, how to check your answer is correct or wrong. There is also trick to check your answer correct or wrong. What is that question given? You are writing A and what you are getting, it is A inverse. You multiply both matrix. We know matrix properties. A multiplied A inverse is identity matrix. When you are getting identity matrix, if you are multiplying both, then you will get your answer is correct. If you are not getting one identity matrix, then your answer is wrong. So in exam, how to verify your answer is correct? This is the procedure. When A matrix is given, you first find A inverse, and after that in ROP you verify by multiplying A and A inverse whether you are getting I or not. If you are getting I, your answer is correct. And this is the method I told only for semester or board exams. But in next video I will solve how to find inverse using shortcut methods. So if you have not subscribed my channel, now only subscribe. You are watching but you are not doing subscribes. When you are doing subscribes, it motivates me to upload more videos and give more short tricks to solve objective questions. And also don't forget to like, comment and share my channel. And note that I gave one link in my description to find out the inverse of 2 by 2 matrix using elementary row operation. All the rules and properties I have explained in that video, you can watch for your reference. And also the shortcut method for inverse of 2 by 2 matrix I gave in the second link. That is helpful for objective exams. You watch both links to get knowledges for objective exams. And thank you friends. Take care.